YouTube, what is going on? Welcome back to another Identity 5 video. And recently I made a a survivor tier list in which I put Gardner in S tier. Now there's a bit of a debate between Gardner's. Is she A plus, is she S, but she's still considered one of the strongest survivors in the game currently. And we're going to show in this video why she is in the A plus or S tier category as one of the strongest survivors. So first of all, we're going against a evil reptilian here on Arms Factory. And one of the things I really love about Gardner is you start off with 50 seconds of invincibility, essentially. You cannot get hit, you cannot get damage for the first 50 seconds unless they actually hit you and break the bubble. So as you can see here, Lizard does a really nice jump to jump right next to me, and I can't really do anything about it. And my invincibility with the bubble just completely prevents me from getting hit here. And that is why Gardner is considered so strong. You literally start with a bubble that can protect you from getting hit. And you can also farm more bubbles later in the game to get to pick up your shields here. So we're going to mind game around this pallet. Kind of a bit of a tough area, but we are able to double back, get the pallet stun on the Lizard, and transition away here. I'm just trying to break line of sight. It's harder for him to make a jump if he can't see where we're at. Now we're going to get to this pallet. We're going to start to farm a bubble here, and we are able to get our first bubble off. He's going to take the hit for the presence, but that's perfectly fine. We can run into Shack, which is a difficult area for this Lizard to jump in. And you really see, again, why Gardner is so good. You can literally just absorb hits with that bubble. Whether that's your starting bubble, and it can prevent you from getting hit early game, or it's your bubble that you can use mid-kite. And if you have enough distance between yourself and the hunter, you can farm that bubble. By the time they catch up to you, you will be unable to take a hit for the next few seconds. We're going to see the Lizard jump here. We're able to predict it, get behind this pallet, and somehow that hit registered, even though the Lizard was in the pallet. I'm not really sure how that one made sense. During my stream, I was kind of mad about it, but it is what it is. Here, as you can see, the hunter can't see us, so we're going to use this time to farm a bubble. We're going to mind game around these pallets. We're going to run back into him. I'm trying to bait him to swing at it, and he does end up hitting the bubble, forcing attack recovery. This buys us some more distance, and we're going to look behind us to see where the Lizard's coming from and take a risky vault, but it does pay off here. And we're able to transition all the way around with the broken window speed boost into factory with this strong pallet. And again, there's really not much the Lizard can do. We're already down to 2 ciphers remaining, and this guy's having a very hard time securing the down on us. And again, we've gotten, what, 3 bubbles? We started with our starting bubble, and we've gotten 2 more. So we've already taken 3 extra hits with the Gardner bubble. And that's literally just the power of Gardner. Here he's going to go for the jump. We're able to predict it, get to this next pallet, drop this. And here what I'm going to do is I'm going to farm my bubble. I tried to get it off before he hit me, but he ends up getting the hit 1% before my bubble is too full, which is fine. The nice thing about Gardner is when you take a hit as Gardner, this is another reason why Gardner is so good. When you take a hit as Gardner and you're farming your bubble percentage will continue from where it was last at from when you took that hit. So when we get rescued here, my bubble percentage is going to start out at 98, 99%, whatever that was. So next time I stand still, it'll basically instantly give me a bubble. Which I can use for a rebound kite. And that's another reason why Gardner is so good, is Gardner also has rebound kite potential for that reason. You can use that bubble to transition to a strong area. So now we're going to see our teammate Loki come in for the rescue here with the Knight. Going to go ahead and use that shield. He's going to end up hitting me. I'm not going to use the bubble yet, because keep in mind, when a Knight rescues, we have the shield available for the next few seconds. So we only take a quarter damage. I do end up getting the bubble here. I didn't see where the Lizard was, so I was kind of worried he was going to kind of sneak up on me, so I just got the bubble there. I think it ended up being a waste. That was kind of a bad one, but it ended up buying enough time for the Cypher to guarantee being prime, so I guess it's not the end of the world. And at this point, the Lizard is just going to change targets. He realizes, okay, I can't really catch the Survivor in Factory. It's too strong of a kiting area. He changes onto the Knight here, and again, that Gardner with those bubbles, just preventing wasting time. Wasting time in this game is so important. The ability to waste time every bubble you get, the ability to not be able to take a hit early game, is just showing how strong this character really is. We're going to see the Lizard jump over here, and I know there's going to be some people who say things like, oh, Gardner's just a starting character, it's really not that good, but you have all those abilities, the bubble abilities, plus the ability to break a chair. You can break a good chair for the hunter every once in a while, and you have a veteran's bonus speed boost. You have so many things that makes this character so good. And not only that, in top tiers, Opera Singer is the most common hunter currently in top tiers. And we're going to see Knight is able to get dungeon there. We do get a 4 escape. Opera Singer is one of the most common hunters in top tiers, and Gardner is incredibly good against the Opera Singer because it's a single hit hunter. She has no counterplay to the bubble. Okay, this match we're going to go against an Ivy, and the Ivy is going to go ahead and bring the ghost towards me. We do have the spawn selection system, so we know that the Ivy did spawn over in that area. So I'm going to start to run away from her. She's going to put up a tombstone, I think, in a second here. No, she's going to go for the scare, does get that onto me, and is going to put the tombstone. Getting up to 60%, that's a very good percentage for her, because next time she does a scare and it registers, it'll do 40% more, which will scare me. So at this point, I'm kind of like, okay, I want to force a scare. Maybe we can bait her into using the main body, which we did here. We're going to force her to use a scare so we can absorb the 100% basic hit with the bubble. Keep in mind, if we waited for the bubble to disappear, because a lot of Ivies, they'll try to wait for the bubble to disappear and then go for the scare, so they can get the hit without the extra damage. But we kind of forced her in a way to use it early by running into her and forcing that hit on the bubble. So that's exactly what we wanted in that situation. Now we're just going to continue to kite in this area. Again, when you're kiting Ivy, make sure you're always looking in front of you. Making sure you look in front of you is very important, so she cannot scare you and you will not gain the scare percentage, because you don't want to get stunned. That's really bad. And as you can see here, we're going to stop to get a bubble right before we go through the tombstone. We either had to go through the tombstone area, which would have been really bad, or we can get a bubble, which we got just in time to absorb the hit, force attack recovery, and we're able to escape the Ivy. We're able to not look at her again as well. Keep in mind, you know, we're not looking at her, so she can't scare us. And we're going to transition to this next area. Now, we are kind of trapped back there, so she will finally get the first hit. But all that for one hit. All that for one hit of damage. The other two hits were all absorbed by bubbles. Gardner is not an easy character to play. People are like, oh, Gardner sucks, so the hunter's just not going to let me do my bubbles. Well, if you time them, you use it at the right time. That's when it's really, really important. Not only that, Gardner can also work as a rescue character. You can use the bubble to go for rescues at half health, which is really good as well. But here we're using it for kiting. We're going to transition here, get a broken window speed boost. I think Novelist tried to switch them into the pallet there, but wasn't able to do so. But doesn't matter. We're able to make it all the way to Graveyard here. She does have Blink available. She's still not going to use it, as we just have too much distance. We're just constantly making distance. You see the Veterans bonus speed boost, plus all the broken window speed boosts we've been utilizing. It's just so hard for this hunter to get us down. She finally is able to get it down here, but the last two ciphers are already almost done. And I think a lot of people undervalue Veterans bonus. The Veterans bonus really gave us such distance in which this hunter took so long to catch up. Even with Blink, the Ivy had Blink that entire time, and she could never use it because we were so far in front of her from broken windows and, or rather from the knee-jerk reflex speed boost and from the Veterans bonus. We're going to see the Mercenary make a very beautiful rescue, gets the elbow pad past the hunter here, in for the save. He's going to go ahead and body block a hit. Cypher Machines should be almost primed at this point. And it looks like we're even able to get the pallets out as well. The Ivy did walk through the pallet, and we're able to get that stun. She's going to try to look to go to the last cipher, I think, but I think they're just about primed for the most part. I think the last one's 80%. She's going to change onto the Mercenary, kind of acknowledging that it's just she's unable to catch me at this point. Novice is going to pop his cipher. Postman already has his Cypher Machine primed, and we're already prepared for the endgame here. We're going to go for the endgame pop. And just like that, this Ivy has no downs. They've had one survivor on share and nobody down here in the endgame, and we're up to a 4-survivor endgame position. She's going to bring the ghost over to me. She's going to teleport back to me again, but I'm able to transition away here and kind of just get to farther away area. We're going to get to this window again. We're going to use the speed boost at the window to get another knee-jerk reflex speed boost. We got one from the pallet and from the window here. Just going to keep transitioning, wasting as much time as possible. We're trying to push the dungeon, and we actually get very, very close, but unfortunately the exit gates were not opened in time, and we barely miss out on getting dungeon there. The hunter is able to get a 1 elimination, but we do end up with a 3 escape, and that is the power of Gardner, ladies and gentlemen. Is she A+? Is she S tier? Personally think she's right at the bottom of S tier, but that's up for you guys to decide. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. I really do appreciate it. And I hope you guys have a great day, great night, wherever you are in the world. Peace out for now, and I'll see you all in the next one.